You Rick Grimes?
Which one?
You're coming with me. We're going to a little place called Dead by Daylight.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, bitch. We've been waiting a long time for you. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, your eyes do not deceive you. The Walking Dead chapter has finally come to Dead by Daylight 2 weeks later, and I'm a little late to the party. Apologies, everybody. We now have a Rick Grimes and his wife Michonne in Dead by Daylight. Plus, if you guys want to play as your boy Norman Reedus' character Daryl Dixon, that also comes in the DLC. If you want to buy that as an accessory skin for Rick Grimes. That being said, though, let's get right into it. So we have 2 new survivors, 3 unique perks for each survivors, 6 new perks in total, and a shit ton of bugs in this update. Oh dear God. But I'm not going to talk about the bugs in this video, even though I would love to. Holy smokes, there's so many. It's beautiful. It's beautiful as in the sense of like, goddamn, like what the fuck, man. Indie devs, by the way, indie developers. I don't think I'd ever become a Dead by Daylight creator. That's for damn sure. Anyway, I will say this though, it is nice having The Walking Dead in Dead by Daylight. I myself used to watch The Walking Dead a little bit. Granted, I only watched the first 2 seasons as well as a little bit into the other seasons. Tiny bit. I kind of kept up with it loosely to see where the story goes. It didn't really grab my attention. A lot of it became more about, you know, feuds and stuff like that, whatnot. Wasn't my cup of tea, and it just kind of lost its flair, but that's just my own personal opinion. I mean, that's my own personal take on it, and, you know, sometimes the zombie stuff gets old. We have, right now, 3 unique perks that honestly add some very interesting gameplay to the game. 2 perks, in my opinion, kind of a little more pragmatic, and we have one that's a little ridiculous, and honestly, you could just run better perks, honestly. But yes, 2 perks kind of make me a little bit ooh. Well, another one is not so much, you know, like the others are just not as scary to me as I would say. But it's definitely goes to show that you got to be careful of how you play. Very clever on how you use these perks. So we're gonna get right into them because holy smokes, Dead by Daylight did not disappoint with these perks, but they are something wild. They are something different. And it's weird. This update's weird. But let's get right into it because holy God, we got some perks to look up. So we have Rick and Michonne, his wife. So let's just get right into these 3 perks because holy smokes, we got a doozy of a doozy to go over. First one in Rick's kit, we have Apocalyptic Ingenuity. After unlocking and rummaging through 2 chests, press the ability button for 4 seconds next to a broken pallet to build a fragile pallet. You see the aura of broken pallets within 32 meters, and fragile pallets are destroyed when dropped. I feel like they kind of got, this is what they wanted to go for when they came out with like both the, the anniversary event with the fake dream pallets and whatnot. They've been really experimenting with dream pallets, not even just with the event, but also with Freddy Krueger, if you guys don't know. So this is interesting that they now added a actual perk for it, but the cost for it, I will have to say, in my own opinion, is up there. But chests and keys and maps have changed, so you will have to be very careful on how you bring it. So I do have perk builds that I'm going to be recommending at the end of this video. You can try them out, alter them, give some fun ideas. Like, go check out the comments and see what you guys will come up with, or join my Discord. Either one's great. I hope you enjoy it. But no, so you have to go through 2 chests, and then you have the ability to build a pallet, so you can bring back God Pallet over in Shack or any other really good pallet as long as you have enough chests. Keep in mind that there are 5 chests in total, plus not to mention you can rummage through each chest depending on your perks. If you have appraisal, that's 4 tokens. Otherwise though, this is a pretty strong perk in those areas if you are, you know, quick enough and you find chests quickly and activate the perk as soon as possible. Next, we have Come and Get Me. After unhooking a survivor while crouched and idle, press the ability button to make injured and dying survivors within 24 meters leave no scratch marks or pools of blood, or make grunts of pain for 15 seconds. You scream and the killer sees your aura for 5 seconds. Basically, another distraction perk, but an interesting one. This kind of reminds me of, like, this is what I feel like Red Herring would be, only for you and not a generator, and honestly, probably a little better in some aspects. Now, I did try running this with Scene Partner, because technically you do scream, but you do not see the killer's aura right back. Instead, only the killer sees your aura. That's the only trade-off to that, and it is a dangerous perk to run, so you have to be careful. Either way, it's a distraction perk. A killer with not as many hours is probably going to take a bait, while people who are a little more experienced are probably just going to see through it and look for the person that you're trying to distract them from. And also keep in mind, teammates are not exactly always the best, so they're probably not even going to know what perk you're running in the first place, and not even notice, unless there is a proc on your teammate. I haven't tested that out yet, but I am aware that I have used this perk, and I have seen it work, where the person is no longer making sounds or leaving pools of blood. But they still get chased by the killer because they run out in the open. Ain't the greatest result. Anyway, then we have Teamwork Toughen Up. When another survivor stuns or blinds the killer while you are injured and within 24 meters, your grunts of pain, scratch marks, pools of blood are reduced by 100% for 30 seconds. So if you don't know, there's also a perk called, I believe it's a Eugen Lee perk. I think it was like self-reliance or something like that, where a fellow survivor, if they get injured, you basically do the same thing. Your pools of blood, your scratch marks, and your grunts of pain are basically gone for an X amount of time. I think it was like 25 seconds, though. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I used that perk in like a weird build and stuff like that. I don't run conventional builds. I like experimenting. Sue me. But yeah, so it's kind of like that, only this one works in terms of blinds and stuns. I feel like this would be really good in terms of like if you were doing a duo with your teammate. And that's what a lot of this is another teamwork perk. We've only seen teamwork perks twice in this game, and that was with the Tools of Torment, and even those were not very good. These ones, however, show a little more promise in terms of if you are doing duoing with somebody else, which I'm not against. I think that's pretty fun. All right, moving on. Next, we have Michonne. And Michonne has also 3 unique perks. 2 of them I find very fun. One of them I find, what the fuck? And that's the one we're going to start off with, which is Conviction. After you have healed one survivor, while downed at least 25% recovery progress, press the ability button to recover instantly. So you get up from the ground instantly, but there's a trick to it. You get up, but only for 30 seconds, because when you are broken, after you pick yourself up, after the 30 seconds have passed, you flop back down on the ground. Like, why? I may as well run Plot Twist or Unbreakable. Honestly, just run those perks, because what the fuck? You only gain 30 seconds of use of it. Now, I did make, of course, a build around this perk, as with every other perk in the game. But let me know your thoughts about this perk, because this is just, what? I don't know. There's a lot of steps to do something to get up for 30 seconds, only to fall back down again and die and possibly get caught by the killer. Because unlike Plot Twist, or unlike, any pick yourself up perk, you are on a time crunch. And if you don't have something to speed boost you, you're dead. Next one is Last Stand. We have, after spending 90 seconds inside the killer's terror radius while not in chase, when you fast vault, you stun the killer for 3 seconds if they are within a 2.5 meters of you. Then the perk is disabled for the rest of the trial. This perk I actually got to use, even unintentionally, believe it or not, in a match to try and see what kind of build I could do. It's good for a good chase and vaulting build, and it rewards you. But keep this in mind, it is disabled for the rest of the trial. It is a one-time use perk, so use this perk both wisely and smartly, because there is a pretty big tell if you have this perk. There is a unique vaulting animation when the perk is active, when the killer is nearby, but not within the 2.5 meters. So be sure to use this perk as literally the last stand. And then finally, we have the last and certainly not least perk, Teamwork Throwdown. This perk, I think, is going to be a lot more damaging in terms of Swifts. For those who are a little bit inexperienced in terms of killers, it's very punishing, it's very good, And I think we're going to see a lot of this in Swifts because it's just overall seems like a pretty decent perk because good survivors know how to get decent pallet stuns and killer blinds even out of animations. When you stun or blind a killer, others injured survivors within 24 meters of the stun gain the endurance and see the killer's aura for 10 whole seconds. So keep in mind, if you are injured and you are being chased and you stun a killer and there's somebody nearby who gets hit by this perk, they can come over, take the hit for you, and leave. It's actually really good, but also really damaging in terms of Swifts. Like, Swifts just kind of got stronger with this one. I'm not necessarily worried about it because I play a lot of solo queue, but either way, not a bad teamwork perk, but I see this happening a lot more, and I'm already seeing this perk pop up in my matches a lot more as killer. So if you have at least a 2-man crew, or God forbid a Swift, and they run this perk and they get the stun, they will take the hit for that person that you are chasing and extend chases significantly. Plus, the aura reading is stupid strong, so the person who took the hit, don't go after them, they're gonna outrun you and extend the chase even longer, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, that's scary. That is really scary. Anyway, so those are the perks that we have actually for the Walking Dead. I'm going to show you 2 matches regarding both of the builds of me trying to use all 3 perks the best that I can, and show you that. And then after the end of those matches, I'm going to then show you some builds that I had made regarding the work around on these perks. Some of them make a lot of sense. Last Stand in particular, as well as Apocalyptic Ingenuity, because you can make really good synergy with those perks. Teamworks, though, of course, require another player. I did not have one at the time of making this video. I just didn't ask anyone in time, which is my own fault. But that being said, though, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to stay safe and have a good rest of your day. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm to number 582 of just literally trying to get this whole thing done, because I've had so many matches where everything just backfires in the most spectacular way possible. I think I'll put like a blooper reel at the end of this. Editor Wraith, please put in like a blooper reel at the end of this video, like at the very end, because holy shit, there's some good stuff in there. And honestly, I don't know what to tell you. There is just so much stuff that happens in a DBD match. Yeah, so we're gonna try and make all 3 of our perks work. And to be perfectly frank, it's really hard because my perks are so secondary objective based. It's very difficult. And not to mention the teamwork one requires the teammates to actually do a good fucking chase, which, as you guys probably know, most survivors aren't really good at that sometimes, unless you have over 10,000 or over 5,000 hours. Don't get me wrong, I think anybody can be really good at a chase. It's just, it takes a lot of execution. Also, you guys probably already found out that, like, I don't have my face cam. That's just because, like, this video is focused on really just trying to see how the perks are working and everything like that. So, yeah, level with me on that. But we might have an opportunity. Oh, we do not have an opportunity to do the unhook. He's got the speed. He backed around. What kind of freaky motherfucker does that? You are of another species. Okay, somebody got the unhook. Good for them. All right, we're injured now, so hopefully, if they can get the stun, if they can get a stun or even a blind, I think I'll be okay. I think I'll know if the perk activates. Oh. There it is. Look at that. Oh, yeah. We got the teamwork going. Oh, we have a chesticle right here. And as you can see, we're not making any sounds, any grunts of pain. We're not leaving any blood underneath. Look at that. Look at that. And we get away with it. We have half of the Apocalyptic Ingenuity. I'd say we're doing pretty good. And honestly, like, we're still not making grunts. We're still not making scratch marks or pools of blood. Like, we're chilling over here, guys. Another... Ring the dinner bell, why don't I? Okay, bro. Okay. Case in point, my chases aren't the best right now. And we know the clown is right there. I think he lost me. So he's on the other Rick. Good show, buddy. Good show. And I can't see him in that fog, but I think I can see my teammates over there. Yes. Oh no, he's going for the other one. Oh, he's going for the other chest, dude. I don't know where another chest is, though. That's the issue. Especially on this map. Are you kidding me? Alright. Oh, a chest, a chest, a chest. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, now we have apocalyptic ingenuity. And we have, oh, perfect, plenty of chests here. I think I would do this pallet. Yes, this pallet right here. So we're gonna bring this pallet back. And just like that, we have a pallet back. It's a one-time use pallet. So now this whole area is back to being at least somewhat stronger. Granted, though, temporary pallets aren't the best pallets. Let me just be honest about that. Now all we need to do is really just save someone and do come and get me, and then that's the set. That's the build. Yep, I think I'll be able to get this. Let's heal him, unless he decides to come back. But now we have come and get me, which is a great distraction perk nonetheless, and it looks like the other Rick is in trouble, so we're gonna try and see what we can do about saving the other Rick. He was on a generator, and I think he was over here. Let's see if it gets him. Yep, the chase is happening over here indeed. Oh shit. He's not even on him, dude. He lost him. There he is, there he is, there he is. If he gets injured, when he gets injured. Oh, fuck me. Oh! Alright, minor setback. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, no. Alright, well, we didn't get to fully use our perk, but just for fun's sakes, we'll just use that and leave into the fog. God dang. So yeah, that is Rick Grimes' perks. All right, let's go to his wife, Michonne, and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so loading into this match, they had like three hidden offerings this match. So this is going to be a very interesting match nonetheless. I'm excited for it, don't get me wrong, but I'm really eager to see what's going to happen. Because the hidden ones can be anything now. They literally could be anything. Most likely Amori, but you know how it be. Yep, 3. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Why is my ping so high? Lord have mercy on my soul. Alright, so now we're gonna try and see if we can get value out of Michonne. Oh, look at that. We're already in the killer's territories because he's an Oni. Actually, a really good killer to try this out with. So, just us being in the terror radius causes this perk to start getting progress on it, which is really nice. Now, we do have to heal somebody. Perfect opportunity with this specific... Oh, shit. Never mind, he's oblivious. Okay. He has the base, the default oblivious status effect. Okay, perfect, perfect. We'll be able to get conviction pretty quick here. Alright, so we have the unhook. Now we gotta see if we can heal this guy. I would be surprised. Yeah, he's coming back for a little more. We just gotta hide. And now we have Last Stand. Just like that. So now we have Last Stand. Now we have to keep in mind that 2 of our perks are temporary. They're not guaranteed fulls. And Last Stand is a one-time use. So now that we have Last Stand, we have to be very careful. Oh, this killer has Tinkerers. Oh, that's so fun. Yep. And they're running. He kicked the generator. He vaults. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, he's leaving. He's leaving. Grab this guy off the hook. Nice. Now we have conviction is active, so we'll be able to have that. Not a single generator done. I think I don't know how long I've been in this match for. I haven't been able to time it, but I can definitely tell you it's not been pretty. And the fact that the Gabrielle just DC'd, decided That is just it's not good. It doesn't look good for us. And that guy just got smashed into the ground. He got up. He had conviction too. That's so cool. That is so cool. All right, well that is really good. See, conviction with soul guard, that's why. But 30 seconds and he's about to flop back down on the ground. I mean, he just died, but you get the gist. I honestly forgot he had Tinkers there. I was like, what the fuck was that? Oh, he saw us. This is good. Yeah, we're fine. This is okay. Trust, this is okay. Oh, that part's not okay. He picked us up. All right. Okay, good. We leave. Oh my God. He's still on us. Oh God. Okay, never mind, he left. Oh, he had the key. Oh, that's right, keys allow you to rummage now. Bro, chill. Bro wants that booty. I mean, with hair like that, I can't imagine. We got this. Oh God, I tried to go for the stun. That didn't work. He knows somebody else is here. Oh, there's conviction. Wait for him to move away, Go. Get it. Nice. And anybody who is nearby has teamwork now. Damn it. That was me being silly. So we used conviction. I don't know if we used teamwork because technically the Rick was already in deep wound by the time I used it. All right, wonderful. Oh, he's coming back. We gotta leave. Remember, we still have the stun perk. And we did technically use conviction. I just used it poorly. And I'm not good at using my perks sometimes, especially new ones. But then again, who is, right? Uh-oh. What? Wait, did the perk animation not play? Huh? Okay. It bugged. Yay. It bugged. Great. That's great. So, it worked, but it didn't work, if that makes sense. Oh God. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, good. I make it to this pallet now. Oh my God, he melted it. Oh, he lost his power. Okay. I'm still good. I'm still alive. I can get to this door. Never mind. He has no way out. Anything that could go wrong is going wrong. And Holy Bob is down. Holy Rob, actually, not Bob. Praise thee, Bob. Okay. I might be able to get him off the hook. Hold on. Or it might. Yeah. Nope, definitely not. He doesn't want the sauce. He wants the hook. I gotta leave. Oh, shit. Hockey balls. Yeah, we got the perk. Okay, perk worked. The perk worked, and we got the stun, and they got the save because of last stand. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, we got it. All right, well, I think it worked. It worked because he got stunned. He had the thing, but still went down. All right, I'm gonna leave now. But yeah, those are the 3 perks And I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, like, awesome. So now I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little bit of perk sets to kind of go over what you guys think of these perks and, you know, give you some build ideas. And feel free to critique and like, you know, update them a little bit or make like little twists of your own. But this is kind of what I had in mind. So yeah, I'll show you guys right now, actually. So yeah, those are the perks, basically all in practice if you just use the Adept. Now, I had already previously gotten the Adept, unfortunately, both off stream when also trying to do some of this stuff and just trying to understand some of the perks in general. But overall, like, some of these perks are pretty interesting and you can make some interesting synergies. I'm somebody who likes to experiment with perks and even tries to take bad perks that try to make them work. Some perks are unfortunately completely unsalvageable and you just can't work with them. They're just terrible. But with some of these perks, thank goodness, in the newer ones, for The Walking Dead, they're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. And of course, they're all subjected to change, and I'd love to see your guys' build suggestions. Of course, you can all come down to the Discord and talk builds and stuff like that. I want to try and encourage a positive community in that. And so there's no bad idea. Except for no mither self-care. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. But besides that, here are some of the builds that I had come up with regarding Rick and his wife, Michonne, right? Fuck. Anyway, so the first one I have is the Apocalyptic build. This one basically works in synergy, trying to get the perk Apocalyptic Ingenuity faster while also rewarding you for what you get in return and using the temporary palette the right way. So what we have is Apocalyptic Ingenuity, Appraisal, the new Streetwise, and Smash Hit. Now, you could use any, you know, exhaustion perk, but I figured Smash Hit would work considering that when you use a recycled palette, it's gone. It doesn't come back. So I figured Smash Hit would be really decent and good enough where you literally get a nice speed boost for using the perk correctly. Appraisal and Streetwise are pretty self-explanatory. You get an item when you rummage, and you rummage faster, so you rummage and save time. Plus, on top of that, Streetwise has gotten a really interesting buff, so you get more charge and more use out of an item, which is absolutely insane. So if you're running Streetwise, it's a nutty perk, by the way. I used it a couple of times already when trying to make this video. Holy fucking shit. It's broken as shit. And then you combine that with Built to Last. Jesus Christ, like, that's a problem. Gens are gonna go flying. Besides the point, it has good synergy. It requires you to be a little more skillful around palettes, but it's good discipline to try and learn it. You can use any item or offering if you want. Keys to open the chests a little bit faster to save you time. And in the process, you know, maybe even put in a coin offering if you want. But that's what I have for Apocalyptic Ingenuity. For my next build set that I have for Come and Get Me is a pretty standard save your teammate, make yourself the bait, and use that against the killer kind of setup. Now, this is the kind of build that I came up with when using Come and Get Me. You get rewarded for your time trying to save someone by getting deli. Of course, you can make other perks to kind of go with this synergy if you're somebody who wants to be altruistic, like maybe Will Make It or something. So borrowed time can easily be switched out in this build. So we have Come and Get Me, Deliverance, Overcome, which can be really any exhaustion perk. I'm just putting that in there because Overcome, I think, is a really cool perk. And it's just, you know, to kind of fill in that space. And then Borrowed Time. Again, you can replace this with any save off the hook perk on any time. But if you're going to run Deli, I don't think you get Deli with Shoulder the Burden. But Shoulder the Burden with Come and Get Me, not a good idea because you are exposed for an X amount of time and you don't want the killer to find you. So don't run that with this perk. Don't worry, I didn't test it. I know I have a brain, okay? I actually have more than one brain cell. It's a shocker considering I play Dead by Daylight and my hair looks like this. Just saying. Alright, so that's what I have in mind. And then for the last one in Rick's build setup, we have the Toughen Up build. Now, keep in mind, the Toughen Up build and as well as the other perk are centered around playing with another teammate, so you're going to get a lot more use out of this. And because this one's more of a stealth one, I figured more self-defense and more insurance policy. What do I mean by that? So we have Toughen Up, which is the first one on the list. We have DS, which is going to be great in case the killer does find you and you're trying to run away. And then we have Flashbang and Hope. These perks can, of course, be switched out, but I figured Hope is a good last endgame perk if you're trying to make it for the exit gate. Or Adrenaline, either one is fine so that you can save your own butt and someone ends up saving you. And Flashbang because it also works with blinds. You can run a flashlight, give a flashlight to someone, but you know you're not going to do that. Whereas Flashbang, you can get a quote-unquote infinite amount as long as you're working on generators, and then you give them to your teammates. And your teammates, more than likely, are going to say yes and take that Flashbang because you'll have a separate one in your own pocket for safekeeping. So that's what I kind of had in mind. But overall, this kind of teamwork perk, especially the next one that we're going to go over, works best if you have a teammate with you. And now moving over to Michonne's perks. It's a little difficult trying to do Conviction, so if you guys have a better idea, please let me know down in the comments of how to make this work. But this is the best that I could come up with, and honestly, it's the only thing that really makes sense in order to try to save your own ass when you're being chased by the killer and you're in a slugging situation and you need to just straight out hide. And this is the kind of build I came up with, which is Conviction, Soul Guard, Iron Will, and Lucky Break to hide your scratch marks and blood and grunts of pain, because the killer will hide that. As you saw later in the video, it wasn't my best day either. I kind of made a stupid decision there. Hey, we all have moments, right? So that's basically what we have here. And it's basically an insurance policy to make sure that you just don't get caught in that situation or with your pants down, because Conviction is not the greatest perk in this perk set. I think it's actually really bad. Honestly, just run Unbreakable, run Soul Guard Unbreakable, run any other perk that gets you up off the ground, because Conviction is not the way to go, because after 30 seconds, you flop back down to the ground and someone has to pick you up. You cannot pick yourself up. Soul Guard allows you to at least pick yourself up, but that's if there's a hex. And I know hexes are off and on right now, which means that you have a chance of it, but the random chance isn't worth the long run if you're literally a slug on the ground on the other side of the map while everybody else gets slugged on the other side of the map. It's really not useful. But otherwise, this is the kind of build I came up with. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And then we have the Last Stand build, which really is just another chase build without Spine Chill. You're really using 3 perks, and then the last perk is literally to save your own butt. And although it's good, bad ping is really shows, as you saw previously with the Oni match. But regardless, this is the kind of build that I came up with, which is Windows of Opportunity, Lithe, because let's be honest, Lithe would go really well with this perk because the killer is stunned for 2.5 seconds and you get a massive head start with Lithe when you're doing that kind of move. So make sure you have Lithe, and then Resilience just for a faster vault, and you can really do some damage with that. And Resilience is just an overall decent perk, plus the vault speed. I'm not going to complain about that. It makes perfect sense. And then we have the Throwdown build. Again, much like I said before on the last Teamwork one, you need another player to do this. But it can be done. It takes a lot of awareness. So I made this build to kind of help yourself out with it. Considering that you are the person who has to stun the killer so other people around you get the endurance status effect, this is the build I made. It is Teamwork, Throwdown, Dead Hard, Bond, and then we have Troubleshooter. Now, the reason why I put Troubleshooter is because when you literally chuck a pallet, you'll be able to see where the killer is in relative position of where other survivors are thanks to Bond. You'll be able to know which injured survivors got affected. Now, Bond can be switched out with Empathy, but let's be real, like, Empathy is if everybody's injured. And you kind of want an idea of where everybody's at, plus the generator. It's just more information, but if you want to switch out Bond for Empathy, that makes perfect sense because you'll know which injured survivor got affected by your perk and where, technically, as you're looking around. And then you'll be able to know where to go to next because of Troubleshooter telling you where the generator with the most progress is, saving you, your team, and the generator in the process. Dead Hard is just, like I said before, it's another exhaustion perk. You probably even do Smash Hit, honestly, so that way you get away from the killer faster. But regardless, it's another exhaustion perk, but it's also self-defense. Either way, you can switch it out for anything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these builds. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you will see what you guys think of these builds. If you see some problems with them, please point them out in the comments. If you have any builds that you want to share with these new perks, let me know. And in the meantime, I hope you stay safe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you, everybody.
You must think I'm dumb, huh?
Alright, here we go. We're in Gas Haven. Chest, perfect for apocalyptic ingenuity. Hello, Michelle. Clown haste equals next. Oh god, this guy's gonna go next. And no, this guy wants to go next. Fuck no. I guess technically maybe I should stay injured, but we have somebody who's literally throwing, and I rest my case on that. Go, 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 go. Well, it worked, but she decided to just salvo the hook. Best thing I could do is literally run this way. Wait. No fucking way. That actually worked. It was only so futile. I don't know how. What? How did these guys? Okay. See, this is what happens when you go against a killer who's not so observant. But people don't want to go against that killer because he's playing that specific kind of killer and decide to go next.